Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clark on YouTube. Oh no. So, for those of you who are new on this YouTube channel, last year this YouTube channel received worldwide popularity for my thoughts on Descendants and Cameron Boyce and his death. And because everybody loved my videos about Cameron Boyce and the tributes that I originally used to throw up in my archives on my YouTube channel, I thought today on his birthday, because I have so many Cameron Boyce fans who are still here, some of the original Cameron Boyce fans who were subscribed last year when this channel originally launched on August 5th, 2024. It's been almost 1 year, and I can't even believe the popularity of this YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. I don't know how many people this YouTube channel is going to reach today or how many hearts it's going to touch, but to be honest with each and every one of you, I miss Cameron Boyce dearly. I miss him just as much as each and every one of you who ever proudly said you were a fan of Cameron Boyce, and I want you to know that I am here for you today to listen to your stories, your thoughts on Cameron Boyce, how you're feeling about it. We have a lot to commemorate about Cameron Boyce in the next couple of months. We have his birthday today, and of course the day of his death, which was July 6th, 2019. Where was I on July 6th, 2019? I was coming home from somewhere. I was feeling down on my luck. One of my friends, a very good friend of mine, showed me the passing of Cameron Boyce on her phone, and my heart literally sank to the floor. I want to let you guys know that we share in the same passion on this YouTube channel, because we share in the same passion about Descendants and zombies and Cameron Boyce's passing, and because my Cameron Boyce tribute videos originally were so popular, I thought why not do it again to commemorate his birthday today, which I know a lot of people are going to be doing. I'm not the only one who's going to be doing this. I thought I would be one of the first ones to upload a video today and beat everybody to the proverbial punch. And I want to let you guys know that I'm here for you and to help you make sense of this kind of thing, because I know how many hearts Cameron Boyce touched. I was always a huge fan of Cameron Boyce ever since his time on Jesse, and the portrayal of his character on shows like Jesse and Bunk'd, which may have not allowed him to achieve worldwide popularity, but I think when he hit the role, got the role of Carlos, the son of Cruella de Vil for Descendants, I think that's when he achieved worldwide popularity, because of his personality, how he was so exuberant, how he was so fun to be around, and how he brought the best of not only himself, but out of everybody he had the opportunity to work with. And that could have been anybody. That could have been Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Peyton List, even Debbie Ryan. And I remember years ago when I first heard about the death of Cameron Boyce, I couldn't believe it. I was at a loss for words. And the first people that I thought about were all of you. And at that time in 2019, I wasn't posting videos on any YouTube channels. I had retired in 2018 and thought I had recorded my final podcast until just last year, when a very good friend of mine convinced me to come back. He thought maybe somebody would like to hear your opinion on Disney and pop culture again. And I seriously didn't think this YouTube channel was going to explode the way that it did, in the manner that it did. And I took him up on his thoughts and his suggestion, and here we are today, a year later, with lots of people subscribed to this YouTube channel, which I can't thank you enough for, because I don't know where I'd be without each and every one of you. Did I think a year from launching this YouTube channel I'd still be talking about Cameron Boyce? I thought it might be a possibility, but I never thought this YouTube channel would exceed the expectations of any critic that I may have had over the last, I'd say, 25 years. This has been an incredible experience of mine, getting the opportunity to meet and discuss my thoughts on Descendants and zombies for each and every one of you, and thoughts on Cameron Boyce's passing. One thing that a lot of people may not know about me is that I didn't really say a whole lot of prominable things about a lot of guys that work with Disney, because of how they treated a lot of their girlfriends whom they were in relationships with because they were on the same set of a Disney show or a Disney Channel original movie. Ryan McCartan was somebody who I was never fond of because of what he did with Dove Cameron. I was never fond of Thomas Doherty because of what he did with Dove Cameron. I was never a fan of Ross Lynch either. But one person that I always made an exception for and gave an exemption to was Cameron Boyce, because of how beautiful of a personality that he had and how funny he was to be around. I remember watching all the funny videos he would throw up on TikTok, on Instagram, promoting Descendants, or just something funny he wanted to throw up to relate to his fans. He was someone who went above and beyond the requirements of a Disney star, and oftentimes would sneak videos on the internet and leave us all laughing and looking for tissues because we were crying with either happiness or just full of emotion because of what he would do. He was a beautiful, beautiful person, and he is someone who I'm extremely fond of and will forever be fond of. You know, Dove Cameron has a tattoo on her wrist, her right or left wrist, I can't remember which one, that says, "We'll be friends forever." And, you know, I can only wish or imagine that somebody will do that for me when I'm dead and gone. I would love for somebody to have that much respect for me that they would get a tattoo saying, "We'll be friends forever, Jonathan," on their wrist. And because she did that, I have a tremendous amount of respect for that young lady. I have said nothing but good things about Dove Cameron, with the exception of her closing the book and reprising a role as Mal for Descendants. Let me just say this for the record. I think that tribute they had in the Descendants Rise of Red movie when the series was rebooted in 2024, because it's what Carlos would have wanted, in the words of Uma, China Anne McClain's character, it was beautiful. It was beautifully represented. I think that Jennifer Fang, the director of it, couldn't have done a better job. I don't think if I was the producer of Descendants, I would have been able to do as good of a job as what she did, and Uma representing the legacy of Carlos because she believed that's what he wanted. I know there are a lot of people who have doubt in their minds if having characters like Red, the daughter of the Queen of Hearts, and Chloe Charming, the daughter of Cinderella and Prince Charming, attending Ordon Prep would have been what Carlos would have wanted, Cameron Boyce would have wanted, but I think there are a lot of people that can make an exception for that. I think that tribute, as brief as it was a beautiful tribute. I think that everything that they've done in the way of tributes for Cameron Boyce, trying to keep his memory alive, were absolutely incredible. They still blow my mind to this very day, and I love the passion in the voices of Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson when they are asked questions, posed questions by the media about the relationship with Cameron Boyce, considering him their best friend to this very day. And they're not the only two to do it. Peyton listed it on Twitter at the time. We saw, I think, Debbie Ryan throw out numerous tweets on Twitter at the time too, before it was revamped into X. Beautiful. Beautiful representation of, you know, a personality, a human being. You couldn't have asked for a better person to work with or be associated with or be affiliated with. And my only regret is I never got the opportunity to meet him. He seemed like somebody that was just so full of life, like Ruby Rose Turner's character Bridget from Descendants. I know her character's time was very short-lived. She portrayed the young Queen of Hearts, who was very beautiful in the way of her personality, very exuberant, very unpredictable on times, and it kind of reminded me of Cameron Boyce's characters on every Disney Channel show he was a part of, talking about Jessie, talking about Bunk'd, or Disney Channel original franchises like Descendants, and it will be argued for forever, if not for Cameron Boyce's contributions, even with how insignificant his character seemed to be in those movies, it will be argued for forever, if not for Cameron Boyce's contributions, Descendants probably would have faded off into obscurity, and every other Disney Channel project probably would have faded off into obscurity when you talk about Jessie and Bunk'd. I love him to death, man. And I miss him dearly. And let me just say this. I know what a lot of people might be thinking. I know what a lot of people might be going through on a day like today. I know a lot of people are filled to the heights with emotion. Hearts feel heavy today. And I want you to know that this YouTube channel is here for you. And as long as this YouTube channel exists, Cameron Boyce's memory will live on forever. It will live on for eternity. I'll do you one better. And I personally guarantee, and I'll make a promise for all of us, that I will be here to talk about Cameron Boyce, not only on the days of his birthday or the anniversaries of his death. I will be here every single night posting videos about Cameron Boyce, your favorite Descendants stars, and the people that you love and respect dearly, because I know how much this franchise means to each and every one of you, or franchises, when you talk about Descendants and Zombies, which are coming together for this Worlds Collide tour. My only regret is that Cameron Boyce, Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson will not be a part of that tour. I will do my best, even though a lot of you believe that they should stop making Descendants movies, they should cease production immediately. I will do my best to keep this franchise alive for you, or franchises alive for you, for the better part of the next 25 years. How is that possible? A lot of you may be thinking, all you have to do is speak from your heart. And that's what a lot of the celebrities who knew Cameron Boyce personally, his own family, were doing, because they knew him so well, so vigorously, and they spoke with a passion and spoke from their heart. And that's really what I've been doing on this YouTube channel, is trying to speak from my heart to relate to each and every one of you who have subscribed. The diehard Descendants fans will never ever quit on this YouTube channel, regardless of how many subscribers I may or may not have. I will always have fond memories that will always be dear to my heart about Cameron Boyce, just as Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson. And let me just say this too. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Peyton List, who I love dearly for forever. I wish she had more projects. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Peyton List for what they've been saying about Cameron Boyce. I'm kind of envious of that guy because I always wanted to work with people like Peyton List, and he had the opportunity to do it ever before I ever got the chance to provide authentic commentaries and unique commentaries which separate this YouTube channel from every other YouTube channel and its content that you may find on the internet. And here's the thing. You're going to be seeing a lot of either teaser trailers for the upcoming Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland, Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires up until its premiere, and you'll also see a lot of videos making the rounds on social media platforms such as YouTube about Cameron Boyce's birthday and his death coming up in July, on July 6th. It's going to be that way for a while. But I hope that you can find time in appreciating what I'm uploading on this YouTube channel and find time in appreciating it for separating it from every other video that you'll find on the internet, because a lot of it is AI, a lot of it is fake content. A lot of people are bots who create these YouTube videos. And I hope you like this tribute package that I put together for Cameron Boyce, which I'll be showing for you in a couple of minutes on this YouTube channel. So please stay tuned for that. It's a beautiful package. I think a lot of you are going to like it and find time in appreciating. But one thing that I noticed about the popularity of this YouTube channel just last year, I achieved worldwide popularity and somewhat a bit of fame for talking about Cameron Boyce, and I didn't expect my commentaries about Cameron Boyce to reach and touch the hearts of so many people, so thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for still being here and never quitting on this YouTube channel. I know I went away for a while. I had a lot of stuff getting away, and you guys never quit on me, and you still stayed here. Like I said, the die-hard Descendants and Zombies fans will never quit on what they believe in. We're up against 15 million critics every single day, and because of the support that you guys have for this YouTube channel, we are still here, and we are stronger than ever because our opinions about Descendants and Zombies are outshining every other body's opinions about Descendants and Zombies, which is absolutely incredible, because I could be a YouTube creator as the sun sets on all of our lives tonight, uploading videos and having no views and no subscribers. My subscriber count could be relatively low. People are always subscribing and unsubbing to this channel, and I appreciate your opinions on this channel. But the reality I face with tonight is that I have such a huge fan base, and it's because of each and every one of you. It's not because I choose to upload these videos. I was just a guy a year and a half ago who wanted to create something special for each and every one of you who had experience in podcasting for 25 years. I am just merely somebody who used to profile professional wrestling on the internet, on a podcast, various podcasts, and halfway through my career, I decided to start talking about Disney while I was still profiling professional wrestling. And a lot of people that I was doing the podcast with let me go because I wanted to exemplify and showcase my passion for Disney more than I did professional wrestling, because of how dark of a business it can be on times. And I got away from it, and I started up my own podcast and still talked about professional wrestling and tied in a bit of entertainment discussion, and retired in 2018. I thought it was done, and you guys pulled me out of obscurity, and now I'm back because of each and every one of you uploading these videos with authentic thumbnails, descriptions, pretty much because I got to, because you got to find the video through the description and stuff. But without each and every one of you, I don't know where I'd be tonight. So if Cameron Boyce conversation is what you want, that's what you'll get. This foundation they've started up for Cameron Boyce is really beautiful. It leaves me at a loss for words and really speechless every single time I see how many people support this and come out in unison to support this. Peyton List is a big contributor to it. Dove Cameron's always contributing to it. Sophia Carson will never ever quit on it, and I really respect his parents and his family for wanting to keep his memory alive. Let me just say this for the record. As long as there's a breath in me and I've got a heartbeat, Cameron Boyce's legacy will live on eternally in all of you, because I will make sure that happens. I will make sure Dove Cameron gets what she wants. I will make sure that Sophia Carson will get what she wants. I will make sure that Peyton List will get what she wants. I will make sure that everybody will get what they want, and Cameron Boyce's legacy will live on eternally. Because if I can't do it, nobody is going to be able to do it, and nobody is going to be able to do it as effectively as I have been able to do it for the last 25 years. I know what's up, and I know how to get the job done, but I can't get the job done without each and every one of you hitting the subscribe button, which I can only hope you're going to find time in doing. You know, the mysterious thing about death has always been, where do we go after our lives are over? What do we leave behind? Well, it's a legacy that we leave behind. You know, we spend all of our lives, working, trying to achieve a legacy, because that's ultimately what we leave behind and what our lives are represented through. And I really believe that Cameron Boyce did leave behind a legacy. He will forever be known as a legend. And if I had to choose anyone other than Miley Cyrus to achieve the Disney Legend Award at such a young age, it would have to be Cameron Boyce, because he never ever quit on what he believed in, and he was always an inspiration to so many people. You know, for years, I've wanted to be the recipient of the Disney Legends Award. Now, I'm a bit older than Cameron Boyce. There's about 13 years on us, but that's something I always wanted to do. But if I had to pick one person outside of the Miley Cyruses of the world who I was a huge fan of years ago, I was the biggest Hannah Montana supporter in the world. I had the biggest crush on Hannah Montana. Nobody could beat the crush that I had on Hannah Montana. I almost had to go to therapy for it. Stop laughing. But I had the biggest crush in the world on Miley Cyrus. I looked up everything about her favorite color, her favorite soda, what she liked, what she didn't like, who she was in a relationship with at that time. It was Nick Jonas. Again, going back to how I've never really said a whole lot of fond things about the guys working on under Disney Channel contracts because of what Nick Jonas did to her with those photos years ago. Really made me sick to my stomach. And then I heard about Ryan McCartney abusing Dove Cameron, and I wasn't really happy about that. So I said a lot of things about it I probably shouldn't have on YouTube. And I've apologized time and time again for that. But the thing is, Cameron Boyce is someone who has been able to outshine every one of those guys when you talk about the Ryan McCartneys and Thomas Dohertys of the world, because the thing that separated him from a Ryan McCartney, per se, was that he had so much respect for everybody that he worked with and had so much respect for each and every one of you. He wanted to make you laugh. He wanted to make you cry. He wanted to share in his memories with each and every one of you about life. It was amazing, the journal that he kept. It was a beautiful journal, and I think we can all learn from a guy like Cameron Boyce, and I wish more people would take themselves on the opportunity to take some of his advice and really learn from the life lessons he left behind and the imprint he's forever left on all of our hearts. Those emotional tributes that Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson gave were beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tributes. I must have watched them 100 times over, and like I said here earlier, I miss him dearly, just as much as each and every one of you do. My only hope is that a lot of people don't upload these really ridiculous videos about Cameron Boyce's death. I hope there are nobody making fun of it. I hope that they are, honorable tribute videos that people make. I'm not saying that everybody won't upload honorable tribute videos, because there are the occasional idiot that you will come across on social media platforms that will make parody videos, as they're called. A lot of it is AI. If you're going to offer commentating and points of view, commentarial points of view on Cameron Boyce, I hope that people keep it clean. I hope it's respectable, and I hope that if you're searching up Cameron Boyce today, I'm sure he's one of the most searched keywords on YouTube today. I hope that you find stuff that you can find time in appreciating, as you can find time in appreciating this video, because nobody can say it better than I do. I think that there are a lot of people out there that would prefer my voice offering commentary on Descendants and Zombies over anybody's voice out there on YouTube. If it wasn't my voice, you guys probably would never ever care about it. I know I come on here and I make a lot of silly videos. I talk about a soda plantation exploding because I live 5 minutes out the road from a soda plantation, the possibility of a zombie invasion being very real. But I'm also very emotional towards each and every one of you, because even just one subscriber on this YouTube channel means the world to me. I had this conversation today with one of my very good friends. He's from Ukraine, and he said, you don't want 1 or 2 subscribers, you want thousands and thousands upon thousands of subscribers subscribing to your YouTube channel. But the thing that he didn't get was that 1 subscriber to me means the world. Every day I check my subscribers, and I love when I see 5 subscribers, and if 5 subscribers is all I get for one day, just 5 subscribers, it means the world to me. Each and every one of you mean the world to me because of your appreciation and your respect and your love for the Descendants franchise. I don't care how many people out there believe they should stop making Descendants and Zombies, because they are never going to. And as long as I'm alive, I'm going to support Descendants and Zombies and keep telling you there's going to be a Descendants 5, there's going to be a Descendants 6, there's going to be a Zombie 6, there's going to be a Zombie 7, whatever number we get to. If we get to just 10 and it stops, I will keep it alive for you. I've been the biggest Disney fan in the world. I go all the way back to the lateral part of the 1980s. The early 1990s was just a fun time to watch Disney. I know I saw the 30th anniversary of Casper, which was yesterday. They were celebrating that on social media. I remember being in the theater to see the premiere of Casper. I remember being in the theater seeing the premieres of things like Enchanted and a Goofy movie. I was just there for it. Let me just say this. If Cameron Boyce was able to come back to life, he would probably be the biggest star in the world right now, probably just as big as Michael Jackson. I know when Michael Jackson passed away, I did a podcast with a couple of hosts that I was working with at the time from Florida. I was doing a podcast out of Florida, and we talked about the death of Michael Jackson and how big of a death this was. I think he was 50 years old when he passed away with a heart attack, heart complications. In Cameron Boyce's case, it was epilepsy complications. But I remember how many people were remembering Michael Jackson for the legacy he had left behind, and we had a lot of phone calls on the line that day. But let me just say this. If Cameron Boyce could come back from the dead, proverbially, I think he would be the biggest star in the world, because of just the legacy that he had. I don't think anyone is ever going to forget Cameron Boyce, because he has left an imprint on so many people that oftentimes are never given enough credit. Like Meg Donnelly, she's one of the stars of the world that never get enough credit for what she's done. I just posted a comment on Meg Donnelly's fan page out of support for Meg Donnelly, again saying that she's never getting enough credit for what she did, because she's never getting enough credit for what she did. 15 comments and something like 50 likes is not enough for Meg Donnelly. So if you get a chance, head to her fan page on Facebook, on X, show her the love and support she needs, because she needs more love than she's ever given herself credit for. 200,000 subscribers on YouTube is never enough. But guys, honestly, because we share in the same passion of Descendants and Zombies, and because I know that Cameron Boyce means so much to each and every one of you, I never ever thought my Cameron Boyce tributes would be received and be as popular as they are today. Thank you so much for that. And I know that there are a lot of people who post emotional comments on my YouTube channel to this very day about Cameron Boyce. There is so much emotion packed behind Cameron Boyce and his passing. It is unbelievable. I read down through the comments all the time every time I mention Cameron Boyce's name. And when you talk about the cast members of Descendants, he's always the favorite to want to make a return. If he was still alive, it's amazing. He's ultimately became everybody's favorite Descendants character outside of the Mals of the world and the Reds of the world. It's incredible. And I don't regret ever having done any tribute videos for anybody that I've done, much less Cameron Boyce. Beautiful, beautiful person. And I also want to say this to everybody who is going through an emotional time today. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. I know this because Descendants fans are some of the most beautiful people in the entire world. I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you, and that's the reason why I can go a half hour every single night behind this podcast microphone, be so proud to be sitting here to offer you my commentator point of view on Descendants. I can commentate and commentate for forever, what feels like an eternity, on Descendants because of each and every one of you. Like I said, I say a lot of funny stuff here on this YouTube channel, but sometimes you got to break character and you got to be really to the point. And I want to let you guys know that I'm here for each and every one of you, because I'm just as big of a fan of Cameron Boyce as pretty much each and every one of you have been for what's got to feel like forever for a lot of you. I remember Cameron Boyce on Jesse when he was very young. He was very cleanly shaved. He was very professional about everything he did. And I remember watching some of the interviews he did when he was really, really young, and he couldn't make sense of his career. But I think he was kind of playing up to the fact that he wanted you to love him, and he got you to do what he wanted to do, so his purpose was fulfilled. Millions of people love him to death. Millions of people continue to miss him to this very day, and I'm one of them. I'm in the same boat as each and every one of you, so I guess if that boat is going to sink, I'm with each and every one of you when it comes to the death of Cameron Boyce. To pass away at 19 years old, that's so young to die. That is so young to die. I have escaped death numerous times in my life, and it's not easy to escape it. I think there were 3 different times in my life I escaped death because of medical complications, and it's not easy to do it. And if I could, take the place of Cameron Boyce, let me just say this. If I could take his place for each and every one of you, because I know how much each and every one of you and how much he meant to each and every one of you, I would do it in a heartbeat, because I know how beautiful of a person he is. When my mom passed away with cancer 20 years ago, I think it is this year or next year, I thought about, how life was going to be such a challenge, but somehow I'm doing it. And then a year after her passing, on October 16th, 2005, here comes Ruby Rose Turner. And Ruby Rose Turner is such a beautiful person with such a bubbly personality, full of so much exuberance and unpredictability. I thought to myself, if my mom hadn't passed away, a personality like Ruby Rose Turner and a soul like Ruby wouldn't exist. I love Ruby Rose Turner to death, so just knowing of how much of an inspiration she is to each and every one of you, knowing that she was born around the same time my mom passed away. Ruby will be 20 years old in October. My mom was diagnosed with cancer on October 31st, 2005. Didn't even last 5 months. But just knowing that Ruby Rose Turner is here in place of my mom's soul, and a beautiful soul like Ruby Rose Turner exists in this world, let me just say this. Because she means so much to each and every one of you, I am happy she's here, and I'm happy she's taking the place of my mom. As far as I'm concerned, Ruby Rose Turner is my mom reborn in a different personality, as a different soul, and she is touching your heart in so many ways. I don't think that Descendants could ever exist without a beautiful soul like Ruby Rose Turner, and it's just a shame her character, Bridget, is just so short-lived, and we won't see her transformation in present-day Wonderland in Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland, coming out in summer 2026. I miss my mom dearly, but just knowing Ruby is here makes this life that much easier. And you guys will never live long enough to know how much I appreciate each and every one of you. If I wake up tomorrow and I got everybody unsubbed to this YouTube channel, well, then so be it. But the thing is, I know the die-hard Descendants fans are never going anywhere, and they're never going to quit on me. So if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, if you're watching my videos for the first time ever, hi to you. I am really happy you're here, and I'm happy you found this Cameron Boyce tribute video, apart from every other tribute video that you will find today on the internet over the course of, 24 hours. I'm just really happy you're here. My mom taught school for 30 years. And one of the messages that my mom tried to convey every single day to her students as a grade 5 teacher was that you can never spread enough kindness in this world. And I like to believe that I'm carrying on her legacy. And I like to believe that I'm carrying on the legacies of your favorite Descendants stars, regardless if that's Dove Cameron, Ruby Rose Turner, Collie Cantrell, beautiful people who I think should not be subjected to so much criticism, which is one of the reasons why I created this YouTube channel. I was watching videos for what felt like forever and an eternity, and I saw so many people criticizing Descendants, and I thought to myself, these fans, the tens of millions of fans of Descendants, don't deserve to be subject to this criticism, because as a podcaster and being involved with the wrestling industry for years like I was, before I became an entertainment podcaster and such a huge fan of Descendants, because I started following Descendants for the better part of the last 10 years, it is a very cruel industry to be a part of, and you're subject to more criticism than you are positive reviews. And because I saw all these negative reviews, I flashed back to my time as a professional wrestling journalist, and I thought about all the criticism that I was subject to every single day. I would sit in this chair and do a podcast, and now I'm podcasting out of my own home over the better part of the last year since I found this house and moved into it, regardless if it's haunted or not. But I wanted to create something special for each and every one of you, something that you could run away with, whether that be a positive message of how you can never spread enough kindness, how forever exists, how happily ever after exists. Regardless of what that message was, I wanted to convey it in such a way that no other podcaster could top it, could beat it, could surpass it. And I like to believe that I did it. The most beautiful thing that you can leave somebody behind after your life is over with is a positive message and the memories that they leave behind. If you can leave somebody behind with so many memories that they will never ever forget you because of, you know you have achieved your purpose in life. And that's what we strive to do in this life. We spend, 25% of our lives, if not more, wondering what happens to us when we die. Where do we go? What becomes of us? Are we reborn again? We ponder those questions for forever. But the memories you leave somebody with after your legacy is over and done with in this life is a very powerful representation of what life really means when you're trying to really figure out what life means. And I think because these stars learned so much so quickly, they were also able to adapt to the passing of Cameron Boyce, but they were also subjected to so much pain that they didn't really understand. 19 is a really young age to die at. I had a friend a couple of years ago, I think it was 5 years ago, he died because of complications with cancer. He was only 34 years old. And, he was my best friend. If I had one friend that was a guy in this world, it would be him. I'd call him every night. I'd talk to him about everything. And knowing that he's not here after passing away from cancer complications, lymphoma, which pretty much goes through your entire body, really is heart-wrenching to me every single day. But let me tell you what gets me through every single day without my parents and my friends is each and every one of you. You know, my birthday was a couple of days ago, and I have a friend who's a girl who I talk to every single day. I've known her all my life, seemingly. She's like family to me. She's like a sister. So I had over 100 birthday wishes on my social media. But the one wish that I waited for over 12 hours never did happen. It was from her. I love her to death. I love her to death to this very day. I never ever quit on her and what she believes in. I've supported her for forever. But it broke my heart knowing that she did not wish me happy birthday apart from everybody else who did. And I want to say thank you to each and every person who went out of their way on my Facebook page or on my social media platforms, whether that be X, whether that be YouTube, who said happy birthday to me. I want to say thank you from one heart to another for just supporting me when you didn't have to, taking a chance on this YouTube channel, and listening to my voice regardless if you love it or you don't. Thank you so much for that. I don't know where she is tonight. I don't know what she's doing, but I want her to know that she's still a very big part of my life, and I still think about her every single day. It broke my heart. She didn't wish me happy birthday apart from the other 100 I received. Thank you to everybody. But when you don't have that support from somebody that you think so much over and you think dearly about every single day of your life, and you can't shut your eyes every night thinking about that one person, it just puts into perspective how the people that sometimes you take for granted mean to you, and the ones who never ever quit on you are really just secrets. They are angels in disguise. And I think that Cameron Boyce was an angel in disguise who never got enough credit when he was alive. It's just a shame that when you die, your legacy is remembered, and what you lived vicariously through is remembered, and he wasn't described as an angel until he passed away in disguise. But if there ever was an angel in disguise in this world, it was that of Cameron Boyce. He's someone who's going to be missed dearly for eternity. He's never ever going to be replaced. If there was ever one true saying in this life that I can resonate with each and every one of you, it is that there is only one you in this life. No matter how much you are bullied, no matter how much you are put down, there is only one you. No matter how many times you try to reinvent yourself or change yourself. I saw that a lot in the wrestling industry when someone would try to reinvent themselves to achieve acceptance from the fans. But no matter how many times you try to reinvent yourself as a character, even for Disney, or just as an everyday person, no matter how many times you try to reinvent yourself or reintroduce yourself, I'll say, there is only one you. Because you only have one soul and one life to live that you have to make count. And I think, from my heart to yours, Cameron Boyce achieved that in every way imaginable, and he will never ever be forgotten because of that. And it's the memories he's left us with that keep his memory alive and will keep his memory alive eternally. And that's why I think that these stars who loved him so much and were so open and so honest and so brave with each and every one of them, because I've never seen so much charisma and so much courage from so many young people in the fallout from his passing that I've seen from Dove Cameron, especially Peyton List and Sophia Carson, who can never say enough good things about him. I've never seen so much bravery and compassion and charisma from such young people who still have a long way to go. And if I can send a heartfelt wish out to each and every one of you, it will be this, and something that I want you to run away with and always remember and never forget, is that every dream is possible and that everything is going to be okay. Out of those two messages that I've desperately tried to relay on this YouTube channel, the one that I want you to run away with the most is that everything is going to be okay. No matter what you're going through, you're not alone. No matter if it's panic attacks, anxiety, depression, you've lost someone you love dearly, everything is going to be okay, because you've never needed a lot of friends, you just need a few good ones. And your best friend of all of them, for eternity and forever, and that is everlasting, is that heart inside your chest. Because it always is something you can trust, it's always something that is there for you, it's always something in between the beats that is always listening to each and every one of you. And I can never thank you enough for just being here. I just can't thank you enough for being here. Because I can upload these videos and never receive any credit for nothing. But you guys have never quit on me, and I don't know where I'd be without each and every one of you as dust settles in on my life tonight. Let me tell you something, I record these videos in the nighttime because it's just peaceful. It's quiet. The lights are beautiful in the nighttime. They're on full blast. And I get to create authentic content that separates this YouTube channel from everybody else out there, and you love it so much. And I don't use any AI. I don't promote these videos. I just throw it up and I just hope somebody's going to find the video and going to subscribe to my content. Because, to be honest with each and every one of you, you guys are some of my best friends. And I love you dearly for being here. Because I know how much these stars mean to each and every one of you. I want you to know something. From my heart to yours, I will never ever quit on each and every one of you. I will always be here for you, and I will do my best to keep the memories and the legacies of your favorite Disney stars alive for forever, because I share in that same passion as each and every one of you, and I will from now until the end of my life, for eternity. So what do you say we talk about Descendants and Zombies, our favorite Disney Channel stars, for forever? And what do you say we never ever quit on the possibility of forever and happily ever after existing eternally? That sounds like a cool synopsis from where I choose to look at it. And I'll come back tomorrow night, and I'll do the same thing all over again. And I'll throw up a video. I'll go out and buy a video game for PlayStation 5. I don't know what one it'll be. And I'll come back and I'll hope that somebody's hit the subscribe button, because you love Cameron, Boyce, you love Descendants, you love Zombies. For whatever reason, you hit my subscribe button. For whatever reason you love me so much, thank you so much. Thank you to every person or every family who has ever allowed me the opportunity and the honor of being a part of all of your lives. Thank you so much from my heart to yours. So what do you say we watch this Cameron Boyce tribute video together? Believe you me, it is beautiful, it is gorgeous, and we're going to get to it right now.
I had a friend who died very publicly in the last few years, and that was when I sort of tried to reorient a little bit my autonomy over like what spaces I share that much.
What is it? What is the tattoo, if you don't mind sharing?
It says, "We'll be friends forever," which is just like the sweetest.
I must say, it is a beautiful night tonight out there. There's just something about living on this island where the water and the sunset is absolutely gorgeous. So if you ever have the opportunity to visit where I'm from here in Canada, it's Newfoundland. It's a beautiful place. The water and the scenery is absolutely gorgeous. Take yourself up on the opportunity to do that. I wanted to let you know that whatever you're going through, you're not alone. And there's somebody out there who always has it worse than what you may be going through or how you feel. And I want you to think about that. I also want you to always remember that everything is going to be okay. And we will never ever forget somebody like Cameron Boyce. I'm going to do my best, and we're going to do our best together, because we can't do this alone. We're going to do our best to keep his memory alive eternally, because that's what people like Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson want. And rest assured, that is what they are going to get. Because all of you love these videos. I achieved worldwide popularity for how good my Cameron Boyce tribute videos used to be, and how good they have yet to be, which is truly unbelievable. Again, thank you to each and every one of you for all the birthday wishes, all the love you've thrown my way, love that I don't deserve. And I'm hoping that you guys are going to hit the subscribe button, because you think this YouTube channel is either cool or I'm the sweetest guy in the world. Because believe you me, you will never see a sweeter guy on YouTube talking about Descendants and the memories of the ones that you love so much. I know how much this franchise means to each and every one of you, and I'm going to be honest with each and every one of you. I know that in the past I've said a lot of things, and I've made a lot of mistakes that I regret and I probably should have never said, about Ryan McCart and Thomas Story, and how they treated Dove Cameron, how boyfriends of Kylie Control in the past previously treated her, and all the guys on Disney Channel I can never give the benefit of the doubt to. I know I've made a lot of mistakes, and I regret a lot of those mistakes, but I love everybody for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you, and I'm going to be here for however long it takes to get 1 million subscribers on this YouTube channel, because I don't care about the money. I don't care about the opportunity to be monetized. What I care about is you, your opinions on Descendants. I love this community dearly, and from my heart to yours, I can never thank you enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cameron, thank you so much for a beautiful life. We will never, ever forget you. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do it. I love when I see my subscribers always increasing because it shows the appreciation that you have for this YouTube channel. Everything is going to be okay. All we have left to do is go spread some kindness. So what do you say we go do that about right now? Bye, YouTube. We will do it again in a couple of days.